Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hi.
in.
I hope you're having a beautiful freaking Thursday.
Also, let me know if all the audio works because I changed everything around last minute.
Yeah, we love getting new audio technology that totally messes with things. Okay.
Ashley, how I feel like we haven't seen each other in 3 weeks
No,
because
it's
it's
been
been three
ages.
weeks. Um, can you update me on just how you are?
Look, today's a quite the day to ask. Because in between stream and now, I had a full Menti bee over my fan breaking and had to replace one of my fans in my computer because it was screaming at me. But the fan that's replaced my computer is not broken. Everything seems to be running fine. And so that sucked, but otherwise, I am doing really wonderfully. I'm very happy. I was checking out Lego Fortnite today, and
How
it's
is it?
very, very fun. Oh my God. I am obsessed with it. I only ended stream because my computer was screaming at me. I would have played for another like 2 hours.
Okay,
I could
well,
have played forever.
I totally forgot about Lego Fortnite. I need to play because I've been really getting back into Fortnite
Oh, you'll love it.
recently. And I'm a Lego kid. I have Legos like behind me. I'm so excited about this. I have an icebreaker question for
Yes. Oh
you.
my God. Wait, but like you need to update me on how you are doing
Oh, I'm doing
before
nothing.
your
No,
icebreaker question.
it's true. I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually about to fly to Michigan for a pal's wedding, which I'm excited about because I'm like, oh, it's cold weather, and I don't get a lot of cold weather. I get to wear my sweaters. My
Yeah.
entire closet is full of fall and winter clothes, and I moved to Texas.
That's a choice. It's a choice, you
There
know?
was a choice there.
Also, don't worry about that. Yeah, fall is when I also am at my peak. I feel like winter sometimes it gets just a little too cold to wear everything that I want, but fall.
Yeah, fall is like
Yeah.
perfect time because you get to bring out a denim jacket. I think it's honestly peak bisexual during fall time. It's peak bisexual.
Yeah, yeah, it's the layers, it's the
It's the
layers
layers.
and
You're wearing denim
oh.
probably. it's
Yeah,
it's peak
no, you're not
bisexual
wrong.
time.
Oh my God.
Unless someone in chat has another season that they would argue is peak bisexual, I am claiming autumn as ours.
I think it
Um,
has to be.
it has to be. So yeah, it's been pretty good to kind of talk about like what's been happening in the past 3 weeks. I think Thanksgiving was the next week after our last episode, and
Yes.
it was fun. I had a lot of fun for Thanksgiving. I didn't go home this Thanksgiving. I actually spent it with a lot of friends, and
Nice.
my friend slash coworker's mom came down and cooked food for all of us, and I made an apple crisp, and I was really happy
Cute.
about it. Everyone loved my apple crisp. I had it with like French vanilla ice cream. So I was like, we're winning, we're winning.
Oh yeah, you can't lose with
You
apple crisp
you
and vanilla
cannot
ice cream. Oh my
lose.
God.
I was on wine duty, so I had to go get wine and everything like that. But the funniest part of Thanksgiving for me, Ashley, we ate food and we sat around watching TV. Now, normally on Thanksgiving, you watch like football, maybe, right?
Mhm.
Do you want to take a guess what we were watching during Thanksgiving? I will say about 60% of the people there were queer.
Were you watching the queer version of like Are You the One?
No, but that would have been great. Ashley, for Thanksgiving, also welcome
Mhm.
in, Raiders. Hi.
Oh yeah,
For
hi
what's up,
Raiders,
Madness?
welcome on in.
Um, for Thanksgiving, we watched the best and worst songs of Glee.
Oh God. No.
and
Oh
that
man.
is how I remember my Thanksgiving is us do watching the best and worst versions of songs and then someone getting up from the table yelling, I think Leah Michelle did it better. And I went, get out. You get out this house right now. And it turned into a whole battle. It was hilarious. I loved it. Thanksgiving was so much fun. I laughed really hard and had some amazing food.
That's incredible.
Oh
I can't
gosh.
believe you willingly subjected yourself to Mr. Shu
Well,
for
it
like
was more of
a
like
while.
bullying Mr. Shu, and then praising
I tried to
Mercedes
look at
for
him.
everything.
Dude, that man makes me uncomfortable.
It's a great
It's
it's
just,
a great
like,
time.
wild. It's wild because I feel like the memes now of, like, Mr. Shoot being, like, wild, and then the only other character I've ever seen him play is 'cause of TikTok. I've seen, like, the Grey's Anatomy clips of him in Grey's
Mhm.
Anatomy on my TikTok, and he's, like, a horrible, horrible man, and now I'm just like, "This actor is ruined for me," because he, like, just that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Hacked away.
Glee didn't age well, I've learned, and then
No.
also they had some good songs though, so I gotta give them credit there.
It's true.
And I will turn this entire episode of Perfectly Queer into a Glee episode right now, but we won't do that to you because I care about you, chat. I care about you so much, and I will not subject you to that pain. So Thanksgiving was great, and then I recently got like a tattoo like touched up and finished. So now I'm
Nice.
almost have a sleeve, and I'm really happy about it.
Fun. I
Um,
was gonna say, I saw you adjusting your camera earlier, and you're tatted
I
up.
am tatted
Look
up.
at
I
you!
am
My
tatted
god.
up. It's great. And then other than that, I've been November was like my month of staying home, which was
Yeah,
great.
November was
It
chill.
was
Well,
chill.
I not staying home for me, I was gone a lot, but it was chill for, like, work stuff, which I felt was so beautiful. But,
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I right after Thanksgiving, the weekend after, like, the day after, on the Friday, I drove down to Jersey, and I was hanging out with Chris for the weekend, which was really fun. Chris
Did you stop by
Melberger.
JSOM?
No, Jason is way further.
Yeah.
Like, it was already a hell of a drive, and it was hours away. I'm like I texted Jason to be like, "Hey, do you wanna meet up?" And then it was just like, "I did not realize that you were this far away. I'm so sorry. Never
Yeah.
mind."
It's hard because it's like you're far away and also you're a parent. So like
Yeah.
it's hard to meet up with you. So I completely understand that. He's
Yeah, yeah.
it's Jersey's so much fun. I also knowing where you went, their place is beautiful and so much
Beautiful.
fun and just a hoot and a holler. But it sounds like fun,
Mhm.
especially like spending the holiday times around friends is always like a good
Mhm.
time to go. Do you have any like Christmas plans?
Um, I have see, like, my family is very, very, very tiny. Max's family, fairly not, like, huge, but they have a lot of things going on. So my dad's going away on vacation during Christmas. So we're doing Christmas early with my dad. My mom lives way too far away, so we don't do Christmas with her. Um, and so yeah, I'm doing Christmas with my dad and then Christmas with Max's family for like 3 days in a row.
Nice. Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to separate it. My we're flying back to Maryland, and luckily both of our parents live in Maryland, so we're
That's nice,
spending
yeah.
the morning with his family on Christmas, and then the night with my family because they usually
That's
go
usually what we
to.
do, yeah.
Yeah, my
One or the
parents
other.
booked a restaurant reservation because they were like, "We are not cooking," and I was like, "I
No,
respect it.
good.
I
Good for
respect
you.
it." But then my mom was like, "Wait, you're coming in this day? I'll make a small lunch meal for all of us." And I'm like, "Mom, you said you didn't want to cook.
Yeah, you
Okay."
didn't wanna cook, then don't cook. It's fine.
Yeah, but I'm really excited. I'm not really a Christmas person, surprisingly. It's not
Mm,
my thing. I don't know, but I tend to try to force myself to get into the giving spirit in a way, but
yeah.
it's Christmas is like not always the best time for me, so I usually spend it usually trying to be surrounded by friends or being surrounded by family if possible.
Yeah.
But I love the I hate the taste of peppermint, but I love snow. So hopefully it snows in
Ooh.
Texas or Maryland. I'll take either or. It's
I hope you know what? I'm just gonna hope it snows for you in Maryland.
yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it snows when I arrive, not when I fly out.
Yeah,
Uh
no, when you arrive and then to be chill.
yeah, and then be
Yes.
chill the entire time. But yeah, I'm really excited for December. December has a lot of cool things. I'm flying out tomorrow, so that's gonna be a hoot and a
Nice.
holler. Um, I had a icebreaker question for you, and I
Oh my
forgot
god,
what
of
it.
course.
Oh, this is gonna be a really hard one, and I don't know if I've asked you this one already. But
Oh.
if you could have a movie about you,
Oh, Lord.
and you had one song, it doesn't have to be the only song that plays in this movie, one song that you would like to be played in this movie about you and about
Uh,
your life, what would
uh,
that song be?
ooh,
I have to open my
ooh.
Spotify because I have mine, but
Okay, so um,
also chat answer as well. Curious.
yeah, everybody, yeah, you can answer. Give us the song that you would want to play. See, like, I don't even know when it would play, but I feel like I would want a Radiohead song.
Which
Hold on.
Radiohead song? Wait, now I want
I
the
gotta look. I gotta
scene
look.
too, Ash. I want the scene. Like, set me
No,
up.
I need to see. Hold on, because I have Radiohead is like my favorite. Okay, I love them with my whole
Yeah.
soul. Um, oh, I feel like it's gotta be from In Rainbows. Maybe either In Rainbows or Kid A. Those are my two favorite albums. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Now look what you've done. Now I'm like on my Spotify.
Yeah.
So
No.
I feel like my knee-jerk reaction, and this is really weird, but I feel like it would have to be a social network style montage of me doing like setting up like my streaming career stuff, and it has to be to Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead.
Okay. 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 Wait. I love this. Um.
I think it kind of slaps actually.
Okay. I'm gonna set the scene for you. I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm trying to decide between two songs. I'm gonna set the scene for you. It's going to be we're in high school. I'm the bad boy in the high school. As the doors open and I'm walking through the halls. I'm already hating this. As I'm walking through the halls, I have Black Sheep playing.
Which version? Scott Pilgrim version?
The Scott
Brie
Pilgrim
Larson?
version, the Brie Larson version, as I'm walking through the halls. I am
Incredible.
Envy Adams, apparently.
Beautiful. You know the funniest thing is I was literally listening to that song earlier today.
it's a it's a great song. I've performed it for karaoke. It's one of my favorites.
Nice. Every time it comes on, I realize because I didn't have it on my Spotify for a while because I like my Spotify reset years ago. But I realize that every time I listen to it, I sing along and I do the same like choreography that she does in her performance in the movie, where like I like slap my head around and she like the dun, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't stop it. I just have to keep doing it. Oh,
Have
it's so
you
good.
well, to talk about queer media, have you watched the animated?
I haven't yet. Because I really want to, but Max has never seen the movie. So I want him to watch the movie first and then we're going to watch the show together. So I'm like, you're not allowed
Yeah.
because you need to appreciate the movie and then appreciate the show because it's all the same people from the movie. So it's like
Yes.
you have to know that.
I
Which
will like, not to spoil it, I will say movie doesn't age well. Animated series realized that, corrected their mistake, and it now ages well. And I went,
good.
"Oh, okay. I love this perfectly. Like, this is perfect."
Sweet.
So,
I love that.
it's it's good. It's definitely good. And I'm excited to see both you and Max like watch it or like hear about
Yeah.
you and Max watching it because it's. I feel like you're gonna enjoy it. I was really pulled in. And
Mm.
please do not dye your hair as much as Ramona Flowers. That is my warning for
Don't do that.
everyone. You will
Oh my God, please don't do
kill
that.
your
Oh,
hair.
yeah, she's like, "Yeah, well, I change my hair color, like, every week." I'm like, "Ooh, don't do
Yeah,
that."
you do not do that. That is
Please
not
don't.
what that is. But definitely watch it. I will say queer, but you already know technically.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. Love that. Okay, well, I feel like I had something else to say, but I don't even remember now. But I love these songs that are in the chat. I do. Strawberry Fields is great.
Oh,
Dragula, great.
the We Wednesdays theme. I think it's the
I
We
all I
theme
know is, like, the
song
We theme song.
would be
The We Shop song?
hilarious. Would be hilarious for your
Ooh.
life.
I also think Milk Bar from Majora's Mask would be
Ooh.
a good one to just have as like, I don't know, a background song for me doing literally anything. I like to say that that is one of the songs like if you were to like look into my head, you know how there's like the joke about if you look into someone's head and it's just like the monkey with the symbols, that it would
Hmm.
just be like me, a small version of me sitting on the ground with Milk Bar playing, and that's inside my head at all times.
Mine would be Envy Adams singing Black Sheep and doing duh, 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 duh. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And then something about veganism or something.
Perfect. No, I love that. Which honestly, Scott Pilgrim is such a good segue into video games because it is
Mhm.
very video gamey. But yeah, hi everyone, welcome to this episode where we're actually going to be talking about our favorite games. And I also brought up one of mine with Milk Bar. So I do you actually know? You know what, Bliss? What is your favorite game of all time? Let's start there.
Oh, well, that one's going to be too easy because it's Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is like my
Okay.
favorite game of all time. I
That's
compare
fair.
everything to it. That's the problem. And I need to stop doing that. So, but it was the first game where I got to romance whoever I wanted to.
I was gonna say yes, Stardew Valley is a very queer
Yeah,
game.
it's very queer. And I was going after Abigail, but then also like you have like Harvey, you
Sebastian?
have like
Oh,
Shane. I'm in the extended version now, so I'm trying to date
um,
Rich. So Victor, um,
incredible. Yeah.
or Victor's mom is also
I was gonna
romanceable.
say,
So
I was just like, I
Olivia.
prefer the mom. I've like barely played the extended because I haven't really played Stardew in a long time. But the mom is very cute.
Yeah, it's definitely a queer friendly game, and I know always anytime you type up like what are queer games that I can play, it always pops up because like that is the option. Um, but I like a nice farming sim where I can kind of just ADHD out and just continue to play. There's lore that I'm interested in. There's progression that's really nice. I get to fight monsters, which I always love doing in games as
Yeah.
well. And then try to become the only successful farm on this in this town because no one else is doing a successful farm, and I'm bringing money to this town, and they don't
Yeah,
realize it.
you are.
I'm the money.
You are the money. The money is you. No, that's fun.
that's
Yeah,
like
Stardew Valley's great.
that's one of the games I can like talk about forever. But I did make an omission during this episode where I won't be talking about Stardew Valley as much when it comes to queer games. So, but definitely check out Stardew Valley. But Ash, I want to jump into you first. That's why I was like, wait, don't ask me yet. What give me a game that you're excited about, like a passion about.
Silent Hill?
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. Mostly 2. 1, 2, and 3 though.
Okay.
And it is.
Sell it on
I'm
me. I've
very
never played a
aware.
Silent Hill. I've never played a Silent Hill.
I would love to watch you play Silent Hill 2. I really would. I feel like it'd be very funny. I also like Silent Hill 2 is my comfort game.
Mhm.
And I know that that's concerning. And I know that I should probably bring that up with my therapist. But um, you know, it is something that it's just relaxing to me and it's just like it's just one of those things like I know it inside out and I think that's why. And it's one of those things where like I know it's scary, but I know it so well that it's not scary. That it could be why it's comforting, but also I just love the story so much even though it makes me cry every single time I play it. I think I've played it 7 or 8 times now. Front to back and it's made me cry every single time. It's just so good. Yeah, if you like story games and like trying to figure out what the hell is happening, like Silent Hill 2 is a banger. So yeah, the remake is also coming out. However, I would always recommend the original because the voice acting, I know that they will never get the voice acting right in any other replication of Silent Hill 2 because Silent Hill 2's voice acting is like weird on purpose and like it was directed to make it was like it's uncanny valley for people talking to one another
Mhm.
and talking about situations where it's like yeah, you're having a conversation, but it's like something just feels weird about it, just how they're talking, and it's like very very well done. Um so yeah, that's great. Very wonderful. Love it a lot.
I was gonna say it's not weird that that is one of your favorite things because I was actually gonna mention what our William Bond in chat was gonna mention. True crime is one of my like safe spaces to like listen to true crime podcasts and videos. So I'm like, no, that makes sense to me. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
True
That
enough.
makes sense.
True enough. Yeah, that's definitely. I feel like it's sometimes you just find like a weird comfort and like in darker stuff, and it's just like, I don't know. It's strange, but I know that for sure it's something that we've talked about. We talked about on Halloween, on our Halloween episode, that like the horror genre is very full of queer people.
Yeah,
And yeah.
it's very, there's certain like movies that fall into camp. Scream, for example. Scream is a great example of people falling into certain stereotypes, and like usually the final girl is someone who is goes against what society wants, or goes against like being super feminine and blah blah blah. Like they're
Yeah.
more masculine, they're more of the outcasts, and like queer people tend to relate to that outcast. So it's,
Mhm.
I don't know, just I love when there's like a goth, there's a nerd, there's a jock. I was gonna say Jacques for some reason.
A
A
genre.
jock, a jock in a movie, and everyone's playing their part like super well, and you're like, oh, I kind of like this. Okay, it is a little bit scary,
Yeah.
but it's kind of fun. And then you have
Yeah.
Skeet Ulrich
I think
and
the camp is it.
Matthew Lillard as killers.
Oh god, I love Many Blessings. Oh my god.
Which that was also
Skeet
gay.
Ulrich.
If I'm just gonna put that out there, that was
They
gay.
are! Matthew Lillard said that he played it a little gay. He said
Yeah,
he played it like he was in love with Billy, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Stu was a little gay, and that's all right. And we love it, and we love the queer vibes from Scream. Okay?
You know what I want? A murderous drag queen. I want a. I want. Wait, hold on. Let me phrase this correctly. I
In a
want
movie.
in
In
a movie.
Minecraft.
In a movie in Minecraft. I want a movie of like where the killer is a drag queen.
That'd be fun.
That would be great. I would watch that movie and be like, "What? Oh
Oh,
my
that's
god!"
fun.
But like she served, so it was fine.
Yeah, you can slay.
She
Hello?
served
Slay,
and she
literally.
slayed.
She slays. Oh my god. No, it's so incredible. I would really love that. I feel like we're like, yeah, let's talk about favorite game. We're gonna be all over the place today. It's gonna
Yeah.
be the most wild time.
We were told that we can
For
be freeform during this episode, so like get ready for going
sure.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride.
Wait, Ashley,
But yeah,
who was the first? Was there ever a video game character that you like? I don't want to say fell in love with, infatuated with, maybe?
I have two
Oh, you were ready.
immediately. Hold
I thought
on.
this was gonna be like a think first. Oh my god! Oh my god! Where are you going? Oh my god!
I got this in Jersey,
Oh my
but
god!
it's
Okay.
one of my answers.
Okay. Oh no.
There she
This is
is.
so unreal. I can't.
My my lady Laura. I was definitely infatuated with her for my whole life. Definitely, definitely one of my first crushes. I did not realize it at the time,
Mhm.
but definitely. My other one, who I remember actually like fawning over a little bit with one of my friends, was when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, just being absolutely in love with Child Link from Ocarina of Time. Like, we
Mm.
love that kid. We were like, oh my god, he's so perfect, and we would like literally sit and just run around on Epona as like little 8-year-olds playing this game.
Yeah, I have this. I want to make sure I say the character's name correctly. First and foremost, you're gonna know this character. So when I was a wee lad, I had
Yeah,
no
yeah.
idea how video games worked and how memory cards worked. So my sister used to play Kingdom Hearts, and I deleted her save file on the first Kingdom Hearts when she was on the Beauty and the Beast one, which is towards the end. Yep, towards the end. So I felt really bad. So I learned how to play the game and how to get exactly to the part where she was, and she didn't want to play anymore. And I went, okay, well now I gotta finish it, I guess.
I'm trying to think
So,
of who it would be that you would need to look up how to pronounce, and I think I got it, but I'm not gonna say anything.
no, I want to make sure I said the name correctly. It's a short name. It's a short name,
Mhm.
but
4 letters?
Riku.
Riku? That's
Yeah,
so funny.
bad boy. I love a bad boy. I love a bad boy, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah. Um, and then I forgot how
Fair.
to say the girl's name in that, who's played by
Kyrie?
yeah, Kyrie. She's played by The girl from Heroes, Save the Cheerleader, Save the
Oh,
World.
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then Haley Joel Osment is Sora.
Yeah. And so I honestly I loved the three of them, but Riku was like probably my first crush because I was like, I could save him or something. I don't know.
I can fix him. I
I
can
can
fix
fix
him. We can
him.
bring him back. That's fair. That's
But
fair.
other than that, I didn't really have any like crushes or like anything with
Wait,
what.
I have one too from Kingdom Hearts, but please continue.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't have any others other like if we go in the Stardew Valley, then Abigail, of course. But like other than that, no, I'm curious. Kingdom Hearts, go ahead.
So I started Kingdom Hearts with Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't know why. Don't ask me
Oh,
questions.
okay.
I just think like my parents rented it for me from Blockbuster, and I
Mm.
started, and you start that game as a character named Roxas, and I
Mm.
was in love with Roxas. And for those of you who haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2, close your ears. With spoilers. It's
You've had
very early
time.
on in the
No, you've
game.
had time.
You had time. But yeah, just in case, close your ears, spoilers. But Roxas does not live for very long.
Mm-mm.
You know, you find out that Roxas just existed kind of as for lack of a better word, and I don't want to explain Kingdom Hearts lore right now, a placeholder for the main character Sora from the first game. Because if I start using the Kingdom Hearts terminology, I'm gonna lose everybody in chat. So yeah, Roxas basically had to give his life to bring Sora back, essentially. Um, in a weird, it's complicated. But when that happened, I bawled my eyes out and I hated Sora for like years. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you stand where he stood? Not even fully being aware that he's the main character of the games. Sora is
Yeah.
the main character. And in my heart, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you
Oh,
take his place?
that's a different perspective. I like, yeah, if you didn't know Sora was the main guy, you'd be like,
Yeah, he's like,
no, I
who's this
hate
guy?
Sora. Who's this man?
Who are you? Bring back my little blonde guy. Because it's not just like Roxas just dies. It's just like everyone starts to forget who he was, even his very best friends.
Yeah,
And then he just disappears. And I'm like, now that hurt my heart. And
that's
that hurt my
trauma.
feelings. It was rough. But yeah, Roxas was up there for me with characters I was in love with as a kid.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. Um, so I recently started playing a new game.
Okay.
Something I got bullied into playing.
Oh.
But it's called Coral Island. And so my thing was, everyone was like, Blizz, you would love Coral Island. Like all the NPCs are hot. And I go, okay, is the game just hot or is it good? Because like you can't
It
you
needs
can
to be
do the
both.
same. It needs to be both, which is fine. You can say, oh, it's hot, it's hot. No one's saying it's good. They're only just saying it's hot. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm playing it, and I definitely understand the romance ability of the NPCs. So if anyone's playing Coral Island, there's 4 people that I'm trying to court. But first and foremost,
Oh.
I love the diversity in this game.
Oh
100%.
yeah.
Um, for example, Suki has 2 children. She has like stretch marks from when she was pregnant and everything. You see it like when you like talk to her, and you're like, oh my god, wait, I love this. Okay, cool.
That's fun. That's awesome.
Um, Raj, who is someone who I'm trying to court, Raj uses they them pronouns. Very mask looking, but doesn't fall into like what androgyny is supposed to be type of thing. And I really enjoy that from a character. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is great. They also look like royalty, which I love. Um,
Ooh, love that.
but I'm trying to go after Suki, not Suki, not Yuri, who is a doctor. She has teal hair, tattoos up her arm, but she's like in scrubs majority of the time. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm a doctor. What's up? And you're like, yes, you are, piercings and everything. I'm like, yes, you are. You are a
Yes.
doctor, and you're winning this. And I would
Yes.
trust you in a heartbeat. But then also there's Raphael, who is a blacksmith, and he looks like a cuddly teddy bear. And Mark, who hates my guts but also looks like a teddy bear. And maybe that's just like that's it. That's where we're going. Um, but it's such a good game, and I love the representation in it, and also how easily it can be like queer. Um, especially like certain characters have come up to me and like, oh my god, you're really cute, and I'm like, I just met
Oh,
you.
thank you
I
though.
just met you, and I'm trying to romance your brother. What's going on
Oh,
here?
tea. Oh my God, spicy.
I'm
Hello.
starting drama in this town, and it's only been 10 days, Ashley.
I love that. I love that so much.
But
That's hilarious.
it's a fun farming sim, and I love when games are just like openly queer immediately. I
Yeah.
love that there's like non-binary representation as well, and like sexuality like matters and doesn't matter at the same time. Um, you're just a farmer. You're trying to be a good farmer, and that's about it, and make money for this town and really help, and also save the town from an oil spill. Yeah,
Oh.
no. So it's all this town got ruined by an oil spill from Pufferfish Corporation, held by or not held, led by a woman named Karen. Um, yeah. Um, and I was like, oh, I think you might be the villain. I don't know. I just met you, but
Wow.
you might be the villain,
Ooh,
Karen. I'm so sorry.
maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot, but like you're doing a lot of things to kind of bring nature back, bring like
Oh yeah.
a healthy environment for this small town to live in, and also for the environment to live in as well, which I do enjoy games like that. So
Mhm.
it brings a different twist to what you would see from like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley. It kind of, I would say, pulls in from Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, and Animal Crossing, and
Mhm.
is one game with also hot NPCs. So
Nice. Yeah.
it's definitely check it out if you haven't. I might be a fan. I don't want to tell my community that, but I might be a fan of this game. I'm giving it one more day before I
They
make
can't be
my
right.
final ranking.
They can't
They
be right
cannot
in the
be
fact that
right.
you like it. They're not allowed.
It looks bad on me if they're right. So
Yeah, it's like, how dare you pressure me into playing something? Because
I know,
I
how dare
literally
you?
like, I simply just tell people that if they tell me to do something, I will not do it. I will not do it even harder than before. So like, if anyone tells me to watch like a show or like a movie, I'm like, nah,
Um,
thanks though.
there's something I've learned recently about people with ADHD, and I don't know if you've seen that TikTok. Uh,
Probably.
two things have happened. One, so if you are growing up, your brain doesn't fully develop until the age of 25, 26. If you have ADHD, your brain actually is fully developed at the age of 30.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, we still got it in here.
yeah. And then there's also like ADHD, people who have ADHD are most likely to reject authority a lot more. So like if anyone tells you to do something, you usually go, no, I don't want to, because it's just a trait within ADHDers. So that's a fun, that makes sense. And that also makes sense why I can't let my chat win as well, being like, no, you can't win.
The rejecting authority thing is so funny to me because, like, I feel like I have just always disliked authority figures
Hmm.
my whole life. Never trusted authority
Never
figures my
trust
whole
authority
life.
figures.
No, I'm just like,
No, I'm
no,
okay.
no. So that's hilarious that that's just a trait that we have. But, you know, a lot of things about who I am as a person make sense more since I've been diagnosed with ADHD, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of things that I find out on, and TikTok's not a doctor, I'm not a doctor, but there's a lot of things I find out on TikTok where people explain something in like psychology terms, and I go, oh, okay, if
Yep.
this is true,
Huh.
then it's true for me at this point. So I'm scared. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, what's a game that you're kind of obsessed with right now? Um,
Ooh, I
that
can
has
totally
a little bit of queerness in it.
It takes a little bit of away because I don't think there's any queerness in it. So
Well,
hold
what's
on,
the
let me
game that
think.
you're obsessed with right now? And is
I'm
it
thinking
Alan
because
Wake
I just
2?
finished Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I just finished it. I
That's
just
great.
finished it on like Tuesday. So it's fresh. But that is
Is it the
definitely
perfect game?
I wouldn't say it's perfect
Okay.
because I just got hit with like some weird bugs. I feel like if I didn't have those bugs, it would be much more perfect.
Okay.
But narratively, I think it's one of the coolest games I've ever played.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's literally like any game. Look, dramatic recreation and like the ending. I did like the past the point of no return thing. There's just like a lot of story stuff that happens all at once. I at one point was like banging my little wrist rest on my desk, yelling and pulling on my hair and freaking out and like yelling with my chat, and we were all like freaking out. And it's one of those games where like if you pay attention
Mhm.
and can recognize subtle things, you will understand things way more. Like, it's kind of wild just how, because there's like something that happens in the game at one point where something is like very harrowing, but if you pay attention to like the setting, it's very, very subtle. But if you pay attention to the setting and you recognize it, it's less harrowing. You're like, oh my God, this is like not actually what's happening. You know that it's like something is different, something else is going on. And it's just like you recognizing a cliffside, basically. And I recognized that cliffside, and then I was like, wait a minute, everyone shut up. And it was like, oh my God. And it was like so cool. And there's just, oh my God, Alan Wake 2 is so good. And I hope it wins Best Narrative tonight, because if it doesn't win at the Game Awards, I might cry because I think it deserves it.
Yeah, it's like nominated for like multiple things.
Yeah, it's nominated for Game of the Year, but I don't think it'll win because I think Baldur's Gate 3 will sweep that.
I also think Baldur's Gate 3. I was gonna ask you, do you think it's gonna win Best Game of the Year? And yeah, I'm rooting for Baldur's Gate definitely because that game is just golden
It's
and
just golden. It's so
so
good.
so beautiful. And I'm still playing it, which is good because it means that it still piques my interest even after,
Mhm.
like, sometimes games will only have like a week of interest for me, but like
Yeah.
this one still has a interest in me where I'm like, okay, cool. All right, I'm down
Yeah.
to keep going with it. I need to get into Alan Wake. That's the thing.
Alan
It's
Wake is good. I feel like okay, well, here's the thing. You love your true crime. You
I
play as an
do.
FBI agent. You will
Yeah.
like you have a crime board. You have a wall where you put evidence up and like connect stuff to solve crimes. Like
Look, I
that's
love a good
half of the
mystery.
game.
I love a
Half
good
of the
mystery.
game is literally you and like a mind palace being like, all right, this is my evidence. But here, like, where does this go? What does this connect to? And that's like, I think that you would vibe with that
Yeah,
really
I agree because I love doing mystery games. There was a game I think I talked about last episode where it's called This Bed We Made. I watched Granny play it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
It's
Yes.
it's queer, great. It's a great queer.
Wonderful.
But it's a mystery puzzle game. Where you play as
Ooh.
a, don't do this if you do work in this industry. You play as a maid in the 1950s, I think, of a hotel, and you are
Ooh.
cleaning rooms but going through people's stuff. So like, don't do that. That's bad. But
Don't do
like,
that.
it's very interesting. Some of the storylines, and you find out an affair, and it's, I know you're the,
I see.
and then you're the drama.
Oh my god. I wanna be the
It's
drama.
but
Maybe I'll play that.
it's really nice. Definitely it's a one playthrough type of thing. So
Oh, yeah,
like
like,
you
yeah,
one
it's just like you
stream,
find things out and then you vibe, but yeah.
yeah. But I'm genuine, like you should play it. I feel like you would love it so much. Um, but that's been one of the games that I think in 2023 I've just loved in general as well. Something that was actually in 2022 that I love a lot was Alba's Great Wildlife Adventure.
Oh,
Yeah, hear me out here, because like it's gonna
okay.
throw you off. Um, so immediately you get into a town, you're there for
Mhm.
like summer vacation, and you're with your like auntie and uncle or your grandparents, I can't remember, but
Okay.
you have a huge interest in taking pictures of wildlife. So you go around this island and you're just taking
Okay.
pictures of the wildlife there and putting them in your book. And like you
Mhm.
have to like just complete it. It's a certain amount that you have to find. It's really cool. It's really fun. You get to meet a lot of the townspeople. But when you're in town, you start noticing just like a couple small things like, oh my God, there's a progressive like rainbow flag, like just hanging from that apartment. That's really cool. I really love
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Okay, these two people are like holding hands. Oh my God, this is so great. Cool. I love this. And then at the end, I don't know if I want to spoil. Do you plan on playing this?
Probably not with all of the games that I have to play, and if you spoil it, I will forget. So
Cool. At the end, so you're on this island with your best friend that you haven't seen in like a couple years, and like you're 12, I think. But at the end, your
Mhm.
best friend sits down with you and goes, I really enjoyed summer vacation with you. This was really fun. And then she kisses you on like the cheek and she holds your hand. And she's like,
Aw.
I hope you come back like next summer and stuff like that. And you're like, wait, this was gay. I'm so
Little baby
happy.
gays.
This was so gay.
Oh my
Um,
god.
but it's definitely like I love games that incorporate nature and then also like
Yeah.
potentially gay. Um,
Yeah.
something you should definitely play, Ashley. I'm not
Yeah.
joking. It's called Lottle Knots. It's not gay, but you are sent into the ocean to clean up the ocean.
Oh, fun.
And as you're cleaning up oceans, you start noticing like little things moving around, and those are axolotls, which I had no idea. And I was like, oh, Lottle Knots. That makes sense. Okay. But you get to clean these axolotls up, clean the area that they live in, put them back in their habitat, and then they grow to be like full grown axolotls, but each environment has a different aspect to them. So like there are manta ray axolotls because they grew up in like the really deep area of the ocean. And
Oh.
so and then there's like pufferfish axolotls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the whole focus is cleaning up the ocean, and it's really nice and really cute, and the graphics of it is really cute. But I've been watching this game like get developed for 2 years, and so they reached out and was like, "Hey, do you want to play this?" And I said, "Yes,
That's
please."
fun.
It's so beautiful and really cute, and definitely a game that I just finished that I just super enjoy.
Oh, I love that so much.
But it makes me cry because you're supposed to leave, and then the axolotls are like, they're like, "Okay, if you leave, you can't see your axolotls again." And I go, "Why would you say that? Like, what? Don't say that to me. I'll cry."
Oh, what? That's so cruel.
That's
Don't
so
say
messed
that.
up. Yeah, and then
That's
I made the
awful.
mistake of leaving, but I named all my axolotls people in my chat. So they were like, "Up, oh, Liz is leaving us again." And I went, "What?"
All right, fine.
All right, see you, Liz. See you
Fine.
later, man.
Pain. Pain. That's awful. Oh my god.
There's so
Oh.
many games out there that I feel like I don't know if I have enough time in the world.
No. Oh my god. This is what I was talking about. Okay, so I don't know if you want to like get into some shenanigans right now because
I'm
I was
done.
talking with my chat earlier about the Game Awards stuff. And a lot of the conversation that came up was like there's like awards for like games that have like improved basically, like games that came out and they're really, really bad. And then they were better now and like people say they're incredible. And it's just like there are too many games right now for me to reevaluate my first impression of a game that I decided not to play because it was bad before.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know I'm probably missing out on it, but it's like, we were talking about like Cyberpunk specifically, which I've heard is incredible
Hmm.
now. And it's just like, I have a hard enough time fitting all of the games that are coming out into my schedule right now. Like, I can't go back and play this really long game that came out years ago that's suddenly better when I know in my heart my first impression of it was, ah, you know? And I feel like that's so rough because there are so many games coming out all the time, especially this year. This year was like wild for games.
Yeah, it was. It
Like just thinking
was.
about the like Tears of the Kingdom came out this year. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
what? Wild. Because it just feels like it's been so jam packed.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like it's like a lot of it's I don't know, a lot of media that's hitting us so quickly, and like it's hard to again go back and try to see if things have been improved because I've also heard about the Cyberpunk most improved,
Yeah.
and I've seen a couple of pals like actually play them like, yeah, no, wait, this is a different game. They've changed a lot of things. They listened to the community, which was really nice. Um
Yeah, which is great. Amazing for them.
yeah, but I think the ship has sailed for me to come back to this right now. So like hopefully later if I have more time and I'm like, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
definitely it." But like right
Yeah,
now
maybe
I'm
off stream one day,
yeah, maybe
but
off stream,
God.
but like let me finish Baldur's Gate first. I'm sorry. Let me do
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god, speaking of Baldur's Gate and games that are definitely queer, love that Baldur's Gate will let you romance anybody
Mhm.
that is romanceable as anybody. I also really love, and this is a thing that like want to talk about, is I'm pretty sure like they never refer to like your tab as any pronouns at all whatsoever.
Mhm.
That's just like they've written completely around ever referring to your character with any pronouns. which is very cool because then it's like you can choose whatever pronouns you want and it's like completely open and it's just like you're who you are, that's you. And then they don't like misgender you or anything and you can just have like that. And I think it's like, I really think it's cool when writers can do that stuff because it's something that's in another one of my favorite games is like Final Fantasy X. You get to name your character and it's the first like fully voiced like Final Fantasy, and they wrote around never once saying the main character's name, and you don't even notice.
Oh.
They've written it so well. At the end of the game, I feel like I saw something online when I was older, like, oh yeah, they never say like Titus's name one time, and I'm like, oh my god, they don't. And it's just so cool that I have played it so many times, and it's just not even something that picks up on my register. That they just writers are geniuses. That's
Oh my god.
basically the vibe.
There's a couple of games that I wish I can get into. Um
Mm,
but it's just not in the cards for me right now, and that's okay, and I've
mm,
just learned that. But I feel like their representation in that is really good, especially for parts of the internet that we're not necessarily a part of as much.
mhm.
So first person shooters. Uh
Yes.
I don't do first person shooters as much. But I know that that space over there can be full of bigotry, but it's nice to see a
Yeah.
game kind of combat that, knowing that and being like, oh well, you're a bigot but you're playing as a transgender character, so gotcha.
Yeah.
You're stuck. One of those games is actually Apex Legends.
I was gonna say
um
Apex does that really well.
Apex is really great at including like queer characters, and I think they recently just came out with a new character named Catalyst who is transgender. um
Oh, hell yeah.
and I think they're, yeah, their name is Catalyst. They have such a cool model. Oh my god, they hot, 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 hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
Hot, hot, hot. But there's a bunch of like queer representation and just diversity in general. For example, Bloodhound, who is one of my favorite characters when I play Apex because I like characters that can track and scout. Bloodhound is non-binary. Gibraltar is a gay man, if I'm not, yeah, a gay man, proud gay man actually. um Loba is bisexual. You have Fuse and Seer, who are pansexual. Valkyrie is lesbian. Like, you have all these queer
Ooh.
characters in a game. Just a FPS game, and not afraid to like show their identity and be unapologetically themselves. And it's
Mhm.
just so beautiful to see that in a space where toxicity can definitely thrive. It's like, haha,
Yes.
no, actually gay.
Actually gay, sorry,
Actually gay.
and you can't avoid it. And yeah, no, I love that. I really love that a lot because yeah, I also don't play FPS games, but I feel like we've talked about this before in another episode where it's like whenever there's like a gay character, I mean, I feel like it's like I a lot of them slip through the cracks for me now because there's so many, which is great. Because before it was like every time there's a queer character in media, it's like the gay beacon has been lit, and
Yeah.
every queer on the planet is like, oh my god, a new gay character, yes.
All right, let's go.
They're like, woo, hell yeah, win for the gays. But I feel like that's one of like the beacons that I see a lot on the internet is when there's like a new Apex character. It's like, oh, they're gay, yay! It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're trans, yay! It's just like one of those things. Where it's like, oh, nice, because it's like people they'll share it because it's a really fun thing.
Well,
It's
the
one of the
internet
beacons.
broke kind of when Valorant, and I
Mhm.
remember this because Valorant, they kind of hinted at something, Ash. So I play a character
Mhm.
named Killjoy. Every time Killjoy and Raze would be together, Killjoy would be very protective of Raze, being like, Raze, be careful. Like, I don't want you blowing your fingers off again, because last bomb that you did that. And like, we just need to be careful and stuff like that. The voice lines were getting a little like, what's
A
happening
little,
here?
a little, yeah.
And then Valorant released a photo of just like the two of them just like hanging out together. Killjoy's in like a sweater and everything. It's like very cute, like date night type of vibes. Being like,
I remember that.
like we are validifying that you knew, and like, yes, this is correct. They
That's
are like a
cute.
thing. And it's very cute, especially in games like that. Seeing that, because people, again, bigotry is always somehow in shooters. I don't know
Yeah.
why, what the relation is there, but it's really nice to see queer love in a game like that, because we can now see ourselves in these spaces when we have representation in those spaces. So it's just so great.
I have a fun statistic to share about bigotry and people being awful in shooters.
Okay.
People who are bigots and cruel, I think it's specifically misogyny, but I'm sure it falls a lot under the same umbrella. People in, well, I think it's mostly men in FPS games and shooters online who are cruel and bigots and like misandrists are more scientifically proven to be worse at the game than people who are not. Men who are kind to minorities are better at the game. So it's like, oh, you're just mad because you're bad at the game.
Yes. And you need an
That's
excuse.
literally,
So
it's
like,
literally a
what?
statistic. It's a fact. That is a thing that they are more likely to be worse at the game and have worse scores than people who are kind.
That explains so much on why I'm the top of the leaderboard every time. That just definitely makes it. So, anyways.
Yeah, of course. Best in the game,
Yeah, I've been
obviously.
noticing too, like, so I do play Overwatch 2 as well.
Mhm. I love that you're
And
like, yeah, I don't really play any FPS games,
I
but
don't
like
play
these games.
FPSs. I don't play Apex, but like if you tell me, "Hey, Blizz, get on Valorant," I'm like, "Oh, God, let me crank out the Halo days, I guess, or something like that." Um,
Yeah, oh my God. I'm sorry, I just realized I'm replaying the Halo series with Max right now. I'm like, because okay, this is weird, but to me, I know Halo's an FPS game. I know it is.
yeah,
It doesn't register as that to me because it's just so good. It's like
it's
story-wise.
yeah, the story's beautiful. It's also
Yeah,
like, um, it was
that's another
fun
game
online. What?
for me. I've been in love with Cortana my whole life.
I really thought that's what you were gonna say. I was like, "Are you about to say Cortana?"
Yes. Oh, my
Cortana's a
lady.
baddie. Cortana's a
Love of my
baddie.
a whole baddie. Oh my God, she's
Yeah.
sassy. Anyway, sorry, continue.
No, I support you on this. But yeah, no, Halo is a beautiful game. I remember the nights I would stay up super late on Fridays and Saturdays, just hanging out with friends because it was also a great online game to play with people,
Oh
especially
my
with like
God,
custom maps and
Halo 3
stuff.
Online.
I used to play bumper cars all the time. It was so much fun.
Fun.
And just the laughs
Let's
that you would
go.
have with that. But with like Overwatch 2, I have been noticing that a lot of so Blizzard sucks. Just put it out there. They have been making changes, but like they still suck, and you should take accountability for your problems there. They've been creating more diverse characters. I've noticed recently too. Like for example, there's a character named Life Weaver. If I remember correctly, I think he's Filipino and also pansexual. Um, and honestly, he's slaying and serving because his outfit is like just slaying and serving constantly. But it's really
Beautiful.
cool to see like Asian representation as well as queer representation in a game because you're like, oh
Mhm.
wait, this is great. Oh my god, I can see myself in this. But Overwatch is like slowly starting to make sure everyone feels seen in the
Mhm.
game that they're playing because they want their game to be relatable to their audience, and I think they're doing like a great job with that. There's still
Yeah,
more
yeah.
work to be done, obviously. We're grasping at bare minimum, but like we need more
Mhm.
from companies, please and thank you.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see that we're in an era where things are changing,
Yeah,
hopefully for
yeah,
the
for sure.
better, crossing my fingers for that one. I still have my get it gets better school ruler
Incredible.
thing because I just love this. Y'all, it gets better. If you have more of these, please send them my way. Thank you.
It sounds so good. It snaps so nice.
Yeah, I kind of broke mine. Like there's cracks in it and everything because I've been really going at it. So, if you it gets better if you just like want to send another one, let me know because
Oopsies.
this one might not make it to the end of the year. We'll see though.
Oh my
Um
God.
it's my
What?
comfort. I do this during stream all the time. It's like my comfort like
That's
pop.
fair. Fidgeting.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
honestly
I'm
should get
trying to think of any other first person shooters. I know nothing about COD. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've played
I
it
used to play like
3 times.
maybe Modern Warfare back in the day, but like
Yeah, it's I know there are organizations though that are focused for COD marginalized groups like in COD. I had a couple of pals who were like heads of those organizations, which is really nice.
mhm.
Um, there's still toxicity in there. Anytime you have like a game with a voice chat, just assume that there's going to be toxicity somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's like a level of anonymity still, like,
Hmm.
where it's like people can just talk at you and just be awful, but
Look,
it's
karma's a
just
thing and
ridiculous.
it's a consequence. Karma's a consequence.
Yeah.
So don't,
Truly.
do not, what I say is like, don't show your butt because you will get spanked. I don't know. I don't really know how it goes.
Like, all right. Okay. Look, maybe we can find a more harsh consequence. Oh my god.
I'm so
Um,
sorry.
no, that's it's incredible. I just realized I feel like now this is definitely not the case across the board, but I feel like it is definitely less like folks and like women playing FPS games and stuff because like in those spaces we kind of get treated like crap.
Hmm.
Um and so I just like avoid them entirely because it's like I just don't want to deal with that toxicity, you know? Um Also, oh my god, Tofu, you're so right. I feel like moderation in games like that is so bad and it's getting better, but it's still not the best. And I feel like that's the biggest issue.
I don't want to like assume here, but I feel like it's because they don't want to lose their player base, so they don't want to add the moderation because they'll lose players or something. I don't know, but I definitely could see that being a reason. But like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you just want your community playing the game to feel safe on all like forefronts?
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's like, I know money talks, but like, God, I don't want my player base and if I were making game to be just awful people. It's like just
Yeah,
thinking about like a product that I made and was super proud of being synonymous with just horrible people, that just breaks my heart and I can't imagine just being super chill with that because it's
yeah.
like it's just wild.
And I've seen
Think about.
some companies like fight back, which
Yeah.
has been very nice, just super nice. But I wish more bigger companies would, when, in the face of bigotry. But that's why I'm like, oh, things are changing, but I need more because like at this point we are just picking up the bar that was on the ground. I
Yeah.
need the bar to be lifted up like above my head to a place where I can't reach it. So
Mhm.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's
Um,
one of those the bar is in hell, so
I think
pick
it's
it up.
slowly coming out though. Slowly
It
coming
is.
out.
It's crawling out.
It's crawling
It is
out.
slowly crawling out. My goodness.
I'm trying to remember
Um,
like every other. Oh my god, we didn't even talk about Fortnite.
oh, we didn't even talk
we
about Fortnite.
didn't
Well,
talk about
because
Fortnite.
Fortnite is not an FPS game
Yeah,
because you're in third
okay.
person
Yeah,
most
you're
of the
third
time.
person.
Little battle royale vibe. So it's different.
Okay.
Same vibe, but different. It is slightly different.
Yeah. I
No,
think
but Fortnite's
Fortnite
great.
was vibing with the gays way before. Like very early vibing with the gays.
I
And that was
feel
very
like yeah.
nice. And that's
I
very
feel like
nice company.
the very vibe of Fortnite, and this is like weird. It just has like queer energy.
It does. I think it's
It's
the
like it's just kind of
animation.
like queer and quirky feeling,
Yeah.
which I kind of love. But like, I'm sorry, like the fact that you can just like bust out a TikTok dance anytime you want, that just feels a little queer to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. You just whip it
Yeah.
out, whatever. Do a little dance.
Just do a little dance. It's very, I don't know. I have like a bunch of rainbow things for my character. I play an axolotl every time I play because I love
Nice.
axolotls. As you could probably tell when I've talked about it twice in an episode already. Uh but I can't even remember, like it just felt so normal to me seeing just like rainbow stuff being like, yes, we're so
Yeah.
back. We're
Yes.
so back. We're in this type of thing.
Yeah. No, for
Um
real.
I do have a funny story though, and I'm trying
Oh.
to. I think it's okay for me to say. If not, Mia, I'm sorry. Um, but we were playing Fortnite yesterday for my job, and my coworker was like, "Oh, this character is," and I was like, "It's a what?" And he was like, "I don't think I can say it," and I was like, "Oh, what did he say?" He was thinking he wanted to say the word twink, and I go, "You can say that," and he's like, no, like I don't want to be offensive, and I was like, I appreciate you like not wanting to be offensive. I really like. I honestly love this. I love this so much, and I love the energy that you walked into the space with us here. But we are as a department. My department is like the queerest department. Like I think we only have out of 10 people, there's only like one straight person. So, I was like, out of this entire department, I think we are all okay with you calling this model a twink. That is okay. But it was the funniest thing of like,
That's so funny.
it's so nice though to be in a space like that. Um, it's it's so nice to be in a space like that where, someone is like trying to make sure and be like, hi, I want to learn and want to know because we joke about this a lot, and like I just want to make sure, and I'm like, I appreciate you, trying to make sure that you are being respectful to everyone in the room. That definitely shows growth and definitely shows progress,
Yeah.
which is nice, especially in gaming spaces.
Mhm.
Be considerate. Don't be a butthole.
Don't be a butthole
Don't
for
be a
sure.
butthole. Um, any other games, Ash, that you got
I feel like
to
this
hear
is a game
about?
we definitely already talked about, but it just reminds me, I just wanna talk about more about how queer it is. But going back to Baldur's Gate again,
Okay, there we
it is
go.
queer to the point where, like, the companions will also express interest in one another and, like, flirt with one another and,
Yeah.
like, have, like, like, they are just like, "I'm gonna kinda, like, whatever," like, when, like, one character meets another character and they're like, "Oh my god, she looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and, like, save my life," and then she's just like this
She could
little.
fix me.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh my god, she can." Wow, and then it's like you talk to, like, Astarion, and he's, like, talking about Will, and he's like, "Yeah, he looks great. Have you seen him? My god."
And I have
And it's
because
just, like,
Will is my
stuff like
husband.
that. It's just so wonderfully queer, and I love it. I feel like Baldur's Gate has been the queerest game I've played in a long time in the way of, like, it feels so safe and like a warm hug whenever it's so like whenever you're talking to a character and then they say something that's like a little gay and you're like, "Oh my god, you two amazing." And it's just like that's just the way that all the characters are and it's just great. It's like everyone's just chilling and being whatever and it's just art. I could talk about Baldur's Gate forever because I
I
have not
know,
finished
yeah.
it yet either. And
Hmm.
I've been playing it since August. So
Yep. It's a beautiful game, and I like how queer it is. I am romancing Will, so my whole world is perfect actually, and nothing is wrong ever. Which is great in this world of Baldur's Gate.
have you
Uh,
seen his new kiss animation?
no.
A lot of the
So
companions have new
okay,
kiss animations.
okay. Well, now I know directly after this episode what I'm googling. I guess. Ashley, I feel like this was something you should have told me earlier. What the heck?
I'm so sorry! I
Oh
didn't
my
know. Well,
god.
okay, Will only got one more recently. I think Halson was the one of the first people to get an extra one. I don't remember, but a lot of them have them now, and some of them are so cute. Like Carlac will like put her forehead to yours. Ah! It makes me want to scream. It makes me want to scream.
There's okay, well, I now have a tab and I'm going to go back to that later. Um there is so two other games. I just went through my library and I'm surprised that we have
Oh
not
my
talked
god,
about this.
that's so
I'm
fair.
surprised we haven't talked about the second game I'll mention. But the first one, Cult of the Lamb.
Oh my
Cult of the
god, I
Lamb
love
is
Cult of the Lamb.
it is, although cults, it's queer. It is queer friendly. And
It's
just
great product.
it's full of queer. That is a beautiful game. I love the art style of it. I love roguelites in general. So
Mhm, me too.
if I could recommend a game for you to just play off stream, Call of the Lamb is great and amazing. I'm on like the final boss and I haven't finished it, but when I do, it's over. Um,
Oh my god, it's so good. I played it
yeah.
on stream when it first dropped, and it was art.
One of my favorite things that Call of the Lamb has ever done was Call of the Lamb was flirting with other brands on Twitter and started flirting with the
Yes.
Angry Bird. And like there was a whole romance thing going on there. And then they got divorced and there was drama. And you were like,
Oh my god, I didn't see they got
what
a
is,
first assist.
yeah, they were beefing because I think Call of the Lamb was trying to fight Duolingo. And then Angry Birds came in and was like, what are you doing? And then they started like flirting. And then it got rocky and messy, but loved it. That was the drama I was living for a bit.
Oh my
Um,
lord.
but it's definitely just a fun game. It's you can marry anyone in that game as well, it seems, which is so funny to say.
Oh, you
Um,
can have little weddings. It's so
yeah,
cute.
little weddings. Something a game that we've both played and actually has a pretty like a lot of queerness in it, I would say.
Okay.
If not that it's circled around the queer community like a lot. Dead by Daylight.
Oh my god, yeah, no, I'm actually shocked because I feel like Dead by Daylight is huge with the queer community. I feel like a lot of queer folks play Dead by Daylight. Well, Dead by Daylight even has a whole like pride tournament. Isn't like
Mhm.
oh, what is it called? It's not Into the Rainbow, is it? Something like that.
Uh, I was
Oh
gonna
my god, why is
say
my brain
Dead by Gaylight, and I don't think that's it, but it
Dead
should be
by
that.
Daylight! Oh my
I think
god.
it should be.
I think it might be something like Into the Rainbow or whatever. What is it called? Yeah, Into the Rainbow. I was right. Oh my
Oh,
god, I
into the. Oh,
know
that's so
things.
good.
Oh, I know things. Yeah, which is great. And I feel like, yeah, the fact that Dead by Daylight is very popular with queer folks, and also that like the devs and the team behind it also are like very aware of that, and they have like pride charms and stuff in the
Yeah.
game that you can put on, and I think that's super duper cool.
There's there's like two characters. I want to say I think his name is David King. David King
Oh yeah,
is
David.
who I play. Shirtless man, buff,
Oh yeah,
gay,
yes.
gay, which is like super cool. I'm like, heck yeah, let's do this. But also like there are some like monsters who are like queer allies in the game as well. One that recently just got added, Chucky.
Oh my god,
Chucky
Chucky.
is
I
a queer
love
ally.
Chucky.
Chucky is a
Yeah.
queer ally, and I'm very happy that he's in there.
Yeah,
Which
because, like, doesn't his response like, someone says something, he's, like, surprised that Chucky's not transphobic, and then Chucky looks at him, is like, "Well, I'm not a monster. Like, I may
yeah,
be a murderer, but I'm not a
I'm not a
monster."
monster.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like in the Chucky series too. Although this is extreme, do not do. Uh,
Oh
I
my
think
god.
in the character Jake, he's like a 14-year-old boy who comes out as queer. His father is like being super homophobic, so Chucky kills him because he's like, no, you're not gonna be doing this.
No, we're not about
Jake's
that
Jake's
here.
my boy. Jake's my boy. You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna hurt his feelings. And I'm like, although
Oh
extreme
gosh.
ally,
Allah!
although extreme
Yay,
ally.
Chucky!
But
God,
yeah,
I love that little freaky boy.
it's
Funny.
have you played Dead by Daylight with Chucky in it?
I haven't, but I have watched a lot of it. He's terrifying,
He's
but
terrifying, but Ashley, when you drop a pallet on him, he falls back like a kid,
yeah,
and it's he's like, oh,
it's
it's
so funny. I watched like when you like jump out of the locker at them and they
yeah.
like and he like
They go
flies back.
ah, and
Ah,
it's so
it's
adorable,
oh
but
my god.
it's very scary sometimes because like Dead by Daylight there's pallets. Chucky's small enough to go under the pallet.
Hmm.
Yeah, he can just go under, and you're like, wait, hold on, didn't think about that one.
Okay, cool, great.
Huh.
That's horrifying. I actually didn't think about that at all.
Yeah, and then they also have Tiffany, his bride, as a skin as well, which is kind of cool because I love Tiffany, and they're both, I think, both played by original actors, voice actors. At least Tiffany is for sure
Mm.
in the game, which is really fun as well. Uh, but Chucky's a queer ally, and Dead by Daylight is full of queers and queer people
Mhm.
playing it. I know Trixie Mattel actually talked about Dead by Daylight being like one of her favorite games because
I love
it's
that.
just so camp. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
no, it makes so
yes.
much sense.
I feel like yeah, that's the thing that I was gonna bring up is I feel like Dead by Daylight is very popular with drag queens.
Yeah,
I feel like I've seen so many drag queens playing Dead by Daylight, which is incredible. And it's just like I feel like it's just yeah, it just draws in like a lot of just queer folk, drag queens, and just like it's all like the people who love campy stuff, you know?
yeah, and I think it falls back into like what we were talking about earlier with like the falling into the role, like it's being the final girl. Can you
Yeah.
survive? Can you and your friends survive in a horror situation? And honestly, if there was a movie about drag queens in a horror situation, I think all of them would make it out alive because they would know because of Dead by
Drag queens
Daylight.
are resourceful.
They're resourceful. Have you seen that stitch work? They are resourceful.
Resourceful. Yeah, I feel like by nature, drag queens have to be resourceful because, like, if you're a drag queen making your own clothes and like looks, beautiful. You gotta be resourceful. Love that. Oh God, yeah, I'm so shocked that we didn't. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to look at my library. I usually have it up, but my computer just had to reset. So
Yeah, I
like 30
am praying
times
for
earlier.
you and your computer, and honestly, my
It's
computer as
still
well. So
thriving. The new fan is spinning and it's not screaming,
okay,
and that's
great.
fine. The scariest thing, Blizz, is that the fan that I had to replace was the first fan in a daisy chain connecting to all my other fans. So if I broke that one and the wires to it, I would have ruined all of
Oh
my
my god. Oh my
fans.
god. Oh my god.
And I would
Um,
have had to get a whole new cooler. So that's super fun.
stress.
But it seems fine. So we cross our fingers. Let me just oh, gay games. I'm surprised we haven't talked about The Sims.
Oh my
That's when
god.
I was like, that's the first time I've ever been super gay in a video game ever in my
I
life.
was never a Sims kid. Even now, I'm not a Sims kid, but like I like watching people play Sims. I think it's too much for me.
That's fair. That's so
Surprisingly.
fair.
I don't know why.
That's so fair. It's a lot, but I feel like I was so gay in so many Sims games growing up. It is just the way it is. Also, really random, but I was thinking about it earlier, and especially since you talked about like the first character I had a crush on, I feel like Tomb Raider is for the gays. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I think you're
I
right.
know that she is a bestowed woman, and I feel like some of that was to appeal to a more male audience, but I feel like Lara Croft is for the gays, and I feel like that's just a vibe I have and I've had for a while. And I was obsessed with Tomb Raider Anniversary, where she's a huge drama queen. And she's actually a really huge drama queen. She's very dramatic, very resourceful, though, very badass, kick ass, final girl kind of vibe. But she's so dramatic, and I love it. I love it. I also just feel like I'm also drawn to games with drama because, like, Brad, yes, The Sims is always so dramatic. It's why I miss The Sims 2. Like, Blizz, I feel like you would thrive in The Sims 2 because it is the most dramatic game I've ever seen in my life.
I'm
Like, you
like
can start as a
scared.
family. I feel like you would thrive because in The Sims 2, the way that they did it was you would load into like pre-existing families in the middle of like a crisis or like
Oh.
something wild happening. You can load into a family and there's two people, you're at their wedding, and the woman is in love with the man. The man is having an affair and wants to leave. So if you go through with the wedding without making them like actually interact more, he will leave her at the altar and go to his like mistress's house. And it's like that's one of the things. Another one, it's just a lot of them is just men being awful. Another one, you
I
go
mean,
into load
yeah.
into the house, the wife goes to work, and the husband is having an affair with the maid, so the maid comes over, and it's a preset thing where she will get like a job event, and if you pick the wrong thing, she will lose her job and come straight home and walk in on her husband cheating on her. And that's just things that happen in The Sims 2. Those are preloaded things. And
This is
it's
a drama show. Okay.
yes, it is wild. I remember it's like the wildest thing ever. And that's like the most two extreme examples I can think of like, oh, we're in the middle of so
Yeah, you
much tea
started in
right
the
now.
middle. Oh my god. What
Oh
do I
yeah.
do? Oh
Yeah,
my
no. I
god.
feel like it's so much fun just jumping into pre like existing families. But yeah, The Sims 2, just so many things can happen. Very, very fun. I miss it all the time. But yeah, I also feel like super queer because that's just like they never made it so you couldn't really be with who you could be with anyone. And especially The Sims 4 has like a lot more like pronouns options and stuff now and
Mhm.
like more like gender options specifically about like you can pick like yo like with this Sims anatomy like allow them to like pee standing up or like whatever, and it's just like to like control their animations and stuff, so it is a little bit more like customizable, and it's just cool.
I think that's a good example of a company like realizing who their player base is and also like wanting to expand their player base to be more diverse or diverse
Yeah.
and just inclusive in general. So I mean, I love the Sims community. I think they're some of the coolest people, some of the smartest people. Because again, how are you playing this game? How are you
You couldn't.
concocting all of these like things, all these narratives and stories? Like I gotta give you credit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It takes a lot of like like resource management and just like time management in order to be good at The Sims and like keep your Sims alive and like successful because oh my god. I remember I I feel like I galaxy brained once in The Sims 2 where I had there's a set of old people. They're a pre-existing family. There's these two elderly people who didn't have any kids, but wanted to have kids, so they wanted to adopt a kid. So I adopted a kid, and then I had like them continuously adopting kids, and I had it down to a science of them doing their homework on time, eating, going to bed, going to school. They were all straight A students. They had like 6 kids, and it was just like this kept adopting kids and then giving them a better life and then sending them like off to like college or whatever. And it was just like I felt so proud. I remember vividly being like, "No, we can do this. We can do this." And there's just like wild things. But yeah, there's stuff like that in The Sims. So there's like an
Oh,
old couple that just wants to oh my gosh. There's a woman who had a child with a Grim Reaper in The Sims too.
oh,
And I think she ended up I think something about her maybe she may be a Black Widow to multiple husbands.
oh!
Sims
But that's
2 is
suspicious.
sus-
That's
I know.
suspicious.
It's a little suspicious, right?
A little
Yeah, a little bit. I
suspicious.
think the common like thing is that she kept like killing her husbands in order for the Grim Reaper to come by and she could like flirt with him.
Maybe. Oh, wait. Good for her. Hold
Like,
on.
good for her, you
I
know?
support women's wrongs and rights. So, good for
I
her.
support women's wrongs. Yes, but it's so funny. Like they just don't make them like they made The Sims 2 because that all was so funny. Every single family, like pre-made family in The Sims 2 has some drama happening and is like tea. Like they all have like family secrets and it's like you can just dive into them and look.
Oh my god.
So
Wait. God. Maybe I need to get into this. I didn't realize how serious I need to get into this.
yeah, The Sims 2 is just the best one. It's definitely clunky and
Hmm.
it's aged like graphics wise and like stuff like that, but I still have such a blast playing it even now. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
just realized what time it was. This episode flew by
Yeah. One
so
last
fast.
thing. One last game I'm going to talk about that I was actually really big fan of. It is queer.
I also
It's
have
called
one.
10 Dates. It's like indie.
Oh.
It's a what is the genre called when it's movies? It's like clips of people, real people, and your decisions
Oh, live
matter.
action?
Yeah, is it
Like
FMV?
oh yeah, FNB is not necessarily. Um, maybe?
It's
Maybe
like
it is FMV.
it's
Yeah, no,
like
it is FMV,
people.
you're
Oh,
right.
FMV. Okay. You play as you can pick on who you want to be. You could be Ryan or I forgot the other girl's name. Um,
Mhm.
and you get to go on dates and like at first you're like, oh, okay, cool, like I'm a woman dating these men and like these also actually play as the woman going on dates with men because wild how these men just come out of the pocket being weird and I'm like and
That's real.
that's just real
That's
and I go
real.
I was
People
like
be weird.
what made you think this was like a good idea to bring this up during a date like where what
Mhm.
weird. But at the end of like both of those storylines, there's actually 5 dates that you can go on. You go on four because you're at a speed dating. You're at a speed dating at a bar.
Oh yeah.
But then it doesn't like luck out, and at the end, you are sitting in a bar, and this like if you're the girl, a girl comes up, and you're like, oh, hi, and y'all start flirting, but like you don't realize you're flirting, and then she's like, hey, do you want to go on a date? And you're like, wait, yeah, actually I do. And for the guy, it's the it's the show host, the guy who's running the speed dating event, and then that turns into a whole thing. You're like, so it was surprisingly gay, and I was like, yes, we've made it.
That's
We're
fun.
so back.
Oh my gosh. So my like surprising gay thing is actually Slime Rancher. Because you play as a character named Beatrix and you're getting letters from like a friend of yours like back home
Mhm.
because you like went off to go ranch some slimes, and you get more like letters and you get more letters and like you're like talking about, and then eventually you're like, wait a minute, I think this is gay, and then it's like a little gay where they were like dating. And it's like, oh my God, you're just like getting letters from like, I think like, I guess at this point, like your ex girlfriend or whatever, or maybe your girlfriend. My brain isn't fully remembering, but I was definitely like, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gay. Yes,
Yeah,
dude. Yes,
it's always so
girlfriend,
great
let's
when you
go.
don't realize like it's about to be gay, and when it's gay, you're like, "We're so
Oh,
back. Okay, this
yes,
game,
we're so
this is the
back.
best game ever because gay." And everyone's like,
Yes.
"Yes, gay.
I
We've made
literally get
it."
so excited every time there's like gay in
Gay.
anything. I'm
You're
like, oh my
like,
God, gay.
or even like leading up to it, where you're like, "Is this about to be gay?" Because like I'll be happy if it is, but like if it's not, like it's okay. But like I'll be really happy if it is, and then it is, and you're like, "We've made it. We're so here. I'm so invested. This is it."
Oh,
Um,
good.
also, yeah, I also realized how quick this episode has gone by.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, y'all, you found or heard of a game that you should be playing that
Yes.
could potentially change your life for the better, or for
Yes.
the worse. Honestly, maybe you'll cry a lot. Who knows?
Who knows? You
Go
know, who
go on that emotional
knows?
journey, definitely. Um, but before we
Yeah.
go, I think next week is our next episode, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're doing back-to-back episodes.
I think is it the last one?
Yeah. I think the next one is the last one, which is
Season
wild.
finale?
Yeah.
Okay, well y'all get ready for a season finale. We're doing it's Chosen Families, right?
Mhm.
Which is gonna
Which
be
I
so great.
love.
It's gonna be so great.
I'm gonna have so much to say.
We have like a bunch of guests joining us as well. I'm not gonna spoil who, but definitely come hang out. We have like 4 guests joining us, so you're definitely gonna want to be there for that season finale. But before we truly head out, Ash,
Mhm.
I have one last question for you.
Okay.
One last question.
Mhm.
What are you doing this weekend? What's the plan?
I am decorating for Christmas. Oh my God, this is what I was gonna say earlier. Yeah, you said you're not really super into Christmas. I'm usually not as super into Christmas, but now like we have a house, so we get to decorate our house. So
Hmm.
like I'm putting up like Christmas lights outside, and we got a Christmas tree yesterday morning, and so I'm gonna decorate the Christmas tree, put Christmas lights outside, get everything all festive, and decorate the house. And I'm very, very excited about it. I've started to decorate my office. I feel like my office is weird because I don't have anything super set up yet. So I have this, and that's all I have. But that's gonna be super duper fun. What are you doing this weekend?
I just forgot that I have a Christmas tree for my desk over here, and I completely forgot. Instead, I have roses, so
Oh, well,
which is totally fine. I
that's
completely
whatever.
forgot we also have a Christmas tree that we have to put up, so we'll probably put it up this Monday.
That's
So
fun.
tomorrow I'm catching a flight and going to Michigan
Mhm,
to go
mhm,
support a pal's wedding,
mhm.
and to just be in Michigan, I guess, which is gonna be fun and cold.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm very happy to just kind of meet some friends. He invited a bunch of like Twitch friends, so it's a lot of people that I know, and it's just gonna be kind of nice to be around creators and just kind of not worry about content for a bit, which is so great, so nice,
Mhm.
um,
Yes, always so nice.
so nice. But other than that, trying to keep it chill and not trying to burn out from traveling, because that can be a lot sometimes, especially for someone who's 6'1" and my knees hit the back of a chair when I'm on planes. It's horrible.
Yeah, I always pay for the extra leg room for Max because he's 6'3", and so I get us the bigger leg room seats because it's so rough.
It is. And then I think after this episode, I think both of us are going to go watch the Game Awards
Yeah, I'm
because
very
that's,
excited about that. I'm gonna pop off if everyone wins that I wanna win.
yeah.
But yeah, before we go do that, this is also a little reminder that's something we talked about in the last episode weeks ago. The end of the year campaign that It Gets Better puts on, Believe in Better, is still live.
Hmm.
So please Go check that out. Support that. It's incredible, wonderful. As always, they've like done so much for schools across the United States and Canada. They have like used that money to create like award-winning content series and just giving LGBTQ plus youth the like mic and platform to say their piece and everything. So yeah, please go and click that link in the chat right now. Yeah, our goal is raising $200,000 by the end of the year. And so if you get it going, do the thing, and that'll be amazing.
Yes, yes. That was perfect. Oh my God, you're like perfect at outros. There are some people who are just like naturally perfect at outros, and I go, I don't know how y'all did that. Okay, see ya. I'm out now.
Are you okay? Bye.
Bye. But yeah, y'all, we'll see you for our next episode, season finale of
Yes.
Perfectly Queer, season 2, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, season 2
finale.
Season 2 finale. Bring a snack. I'm probably gonna get some gingerbread cheesecake because that sounds very festive and totally in. It's there's a place near me called Tiny Pies, and they have gingerbread cheesecake, and it's a small pie. So good. Anyways, I can rant about food all day.
Yeah.
Y'all, thank you so. Oh wait, actually, I'm Blizz.
Yes.
Outro me. Hold on, I'm Blizz. If you want to come check me out, I'm Blizz on Twitch. So twitch.tv/Blizz. I cover true crime cases. I play a lot of video games. I've been obsessed with Coral Island, and also playing Lethal Company because it's really funny, and scaring my friends is very funny. But yeah, come check me out there. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram or any other social media, it's BlizzBear with a 3 instead of an E. Ashley, where can they find you?
Hi, I'm Ashley Roboto everywhere that you can find me. Right now I'm still playing through Baldur's Gate. I'm playing other games, and I'm also playing Lethal Company a lot. I'm actually playing Lethal Company tomorrow night with RIP Mika, Cat Scratch, and Gabe James Games, which is going to be wild.
So
very, very excited for that because it's going to be chaotic. But yeah, I've been super enjoying Lethal Company. I'm a big horror game buff, so I do a lot of those. And yeah, I'm going to be playing Silent Hill Origins soon, which is my least favorite Silent Hill that I've never finished. So I'm doing a little hate through of that. And yeah, I'm going to be playing Majora's Mask soon also, another spooky game, but check me out for that, all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, talking about video games and talking about all this wonderful media that we have. And it just makes me happy to hang out. So thank you so much for also hosting with me, Blizz.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to host with you, and I'm upset that this is our last one next episode.
Yeah,
so it's fine. It's fine. We'll cry about it later. It's fine. No worries.
Yeah, we'll cry about it later. It's fine.
Yes,
we don't have to cry yet because it's not over.
It's not over. Yeah, we're totally fine.
Exactly, it's not over yet.
All right. Well, we'll see you later, chat.
Yes. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and yeah, enjoy the Game Awards if you're watching. Goodbye.
See ya.